Đây là thủ đô của Cambodia, là thành phố Phnom Penh, kêu là thành phố Nam Vang.
thing. This looks unbelievably good. A big plate of grilled squid, a giant squid. That squid is huge.
Bây giờ mời các bạn theo chân của anh Mark
Hey
Quen
everyone, it's Mark Wiens in Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
để trải nghiệm ẩm thực của
Cambodian street food tour
Cambodia
in Phnom
nha.
Penh, and we're gonna start by going to Central Market. So we are in the back of a tuk-tuk, which is one of the best and the easiest ways to
Việt
get around
chúng ta
Phnom
thì
Penh. Hanging out with Micah,
cũng không có xa lạ gì lắm với là
Joel came along on this trip. What's up, everyone? So
thực
we're on
phẩm
our way
của
to Central
Campuchia.
Market first, which is one of the central landmarks of the city, and it's a big market. It's actually called the New Market.
Nhưng mà để ta xem lại để nhớ về quê hương một chút.
Known for its
Cái xã
pastel
hội
yellow
của
colored dome structure, Phnom Penh's
Campuchia
Central
với
Market
Việt
is a
Nam nó
landmark
gần
of the
gũi lắm.
city. Inside, you'll find a collection of mostly jewelry and souvenir shops. But the beauty of the market for you and I as food lovers is
Cái
the
chợ
open
lớn
air
nhất của
outdoor
Phnom Penh
section where you'll find a fresh wet market and an incredible food court where you could spend hours eating. Oh, look at these crabs. Wow, the pinchers to body ratio is fantastic. There is an abundance of things to walk around and see at this market. The fresh ingredients and the wet market is fantastic to walk around and see. But right next to the wet market is a little food court where you can get pre-made food, and this is the section that you're going to want to come to come check out the food and start eating. To begin with, we sat down at a stall for a quick bowl of bun riu, a crab noodle dish with rice vermicelli, shredded vegetables, and crab meatballs, all submerged in a fragrant orange-colored broth. It's not assembled
như là
until
nó
you
nói
order
cái
it,
chữ bún
and it
riêu của
comes to
Việt
you
Nam đó.
piping hot and utterly attractive. And I had it in Vietnam a couple of times, and it's
Đó.
delicious, so I
Là
had to
bún
sit
riêu
down
đó.
we're gonna try this first, and also just the beautiful display of food. It's like a little pyramid of different ingredients, the different noodles. I think they serve a number of different types of noodles at this stall too, because they have some other boiled chickens and those ovary eggs.
Anh ở bên Thái Lan nên thành ra anh đi qua bên Việt Nam với Campuchia này gần
There has to be like a dozen different
dễ
sauces
đi
sitting
lắm.
before me right here on this table. I'm not exactly sure which sauce to add. I'm gonna ask her. This one is for bun riu. Okay. All right. I just asked. This is the sauce to add. Okay. One of the most notable features of this bowl of noodles is that it's an orange-colored broth. Look at the color of that broth. And then below here, there's noodles. There's some fish cake. I think 2 types of fish cake. This is some sweet basil. There's some okra in here, and these are the chunks of crab, I believe. And then there's also tomato. There's tomato in here. Blood lump.
Bún riêu này cái kiểu là bún riêu ở bên Campuchia rồi.
Oh yeah. Dude. Oh, it's crabby. Oh, that's what I remember. It's a very light broth.
For having that much stuff in the soup, it's surprisingly clean. The broth is awesome.
I think this is the shrimp paste or the crab paste. I'm gonna go in for some of this. All right, that should be good. And then I gotta go in for some
Cái anh
chili.
áo vàng mà đi với anh Mark Quen đó, hình như là chắc anh đó là cameraman của ảnh quá.
Chilies on here. Oh yeah, and
Tiếp
tamarind.
theo để quay phim rồi đó.
I think that
Thấy
is
anh
tamarind
này
sauce.
đi đâu cũng có ảnh
Yeah,
hết.
because you can see those tamarind seeds in there as well. There's noodles on the top, and then even under here, there's all these vegetables, the morning glory, the shredded morning glory, and the shredded vegetables down there. Oh, what a beautiful bowl of noodles this is. All right, going in for some basil.
Some pickled ginger too.
I like it with that added shrimp paste, tamarind, chilies. The crab flavor is so soothing. I want to grab that chunk, which I think is crab roe. Some type of crab roe mixed with maybe mixed with something.
Anh nói là có thịt cua trong đó. Thấy có chả lụa đó.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's like a crab meatball.
So rich.
I forgot to mention there's even a pork chunk, which I think is a
Có cái giò heo á.
it looks a little bit gelatinous. But there's so many things going on, but I think the gem of the bowl is that crab meatball. That is just delicious. Okay, okra. The only thing I might do, because I'm a little bit obsessed with chilies, because I think I'll reach in for some of this crushed chili. All right, and give this a whirl. And
Anh là vua ăn
I
ớt
think
mà
I will be
ăn quá
ready to
trời luôn.
just devour the rest of this bowl of noodles. On that note. That crab meatball is where it's at. That is the ultimate bite of this bowl of noodles. Finished with that bowl of noodles and the combination of those chilies plus the hot broth in this market food court that has zero airflow. I'm just dripping. You can see my arm just glistening.
Dude,
How's that
I feel
sweat?
like I just showered.
That was a properly good bowl of noodles. All the different flavors. That was delicious. And we are now walking down the market. Oh, this is a squid section. Okay.
Cái khu này là khu mực không đó, mực nướng á.
We saw the gigantic squid, and Ying loves squid, I love squid, so there was no way we could pass this up without trying one of these giant squids. And she has them pre-grilled over here, but then she's grilling more. And then as you order it, she drops it back on the hot coals, and it's really hot. I can feel the flames coming off of those charcoal. We're about to eat a giant squid. You got to see the like caramelized edges of that squid. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And then as she was grilling it, she brushed on some kind of fragrant oil as well, so that also increased probably the crispiness of it. And then as soon as it was ready, she chopped it into bite-sized pieces. And then I didn't know she was going to do this, but they applied a beautiful oil with, I can see fried garlic in there, as well as green onions chopped up in there, that they just lathered on top of the squid. What a wonderful addition to finish it off. And then it's served with a plate of veggies. There's some green tomatoes on there. There's cucumber. And then the herb there, I think it's mostly culantro, which is also known as sawtooth herb. And then I think there's some Vietnamese coriander in there as well. And then it's served with a dipping sauce. This looks unbelievably good. A big plate of
cái gì
grilled
mà có
squid, a
Việt Nam ở
giant
trong đó đó.
squid. That squid is huge. Okay, I'm going with this piece right here on the top there. Oh, the tenderness of that squid is ridiculous.
Ngon ạ.
Oh, and it's perfectly salty.
Thấy có vẻ ngon
It's
á.
so fragrant. With I think they're shallots actually. I think that might be shallot oil, fried shallot oil. It's so fragrant. The texture of that squid is so soft and so tender, and it's not rubbery whatsoever. It is awesomely good. The sauce is good too, but actually I barely even noticed the difference of that sauce to that fragrant oil that's already applied all over it. And I'm gonna follow this bite with a green tomato and poke up some of those herbs. Oh, that just is a complete refreshing jolt in your mouth with those herbs. We just finished off that squid without even talking to each other. That was one of the better pieces of squid that I've ever had in my life.
Ăn mà
That
không có nói
was
chuyện
giant,
luôn.
incredibly good. And I think what they did is that they just cooked it perfectly. They grilled it so it wasn't overcooked. If you get overcooked squid, it can be all rubbery and not very good. But that was, I was even trying to like imagine in my head what kind of texture that is. It's almost like chicken thigh or the dark chicken meat, but more silky. That was a
Đi
treat,
vòng
a
vòng
real
lát rồi
squid
ăn mấy
treat.
con
And if you go to
dế
this
với
market,
mấy
you
cái
love
con
squid, that's
cà
something
cuốn đồ đi.
you should consider eating immediately as you arrive here. Next up, we are stopping for something refreshing to cool down, and they have lots of fruit shake stands all over. We got an avocado shake with a little something special inside. This little special ingredient that is along with the avocado in this shake. You can just smell it within the humidity of this market, and it's one of my, well, it is definitely my favorite fruit, the king of fruits. I'm talking about durian. So this is a combination of avocado and durian shake.
Anh nói là vua trái cây là trái sầu riêng á. Anh qua Campuchia ăn là ăn đã luôn, rẻ thúi.
Wow. The thickness of It's so creamy. That's like cream on top of cream. The avocado and the durian. And then it's like, it's very, very smooth from the avocado. But then you've got the durian just dominates in the flavor department. It just takes over. It's so thick, rather than being like a drinkable smoothie. It's like a pudding that you almost need to use a spoon to eat. You almost can't do it with a straw. There's a popular Cambodian street food snack, and you see it surrounding the market, and you see it all over Phnom Penh, and they have it right over here. I'm gonna go taste it for the first time. Oh wow, there's a couple different types. Plum clams, this one, or what is this one? What's the difference between them? This one is spicy.
Yeah.
This one looks the most spicy because it has the chilies ground up in there.
Oyster.
This one,
Oyster Cambodia.
Cambodian oysters. Yeah. They have a couple of different clams, and I think they're sun cured. They dry in the sun, and then they're also salt cured. They're just coated in salt. This one?
Yeah.
All right. Can we please have one can of this one? I'm gonna see if he can show me how to eat it. But I saw that you kind of like bite it in your mouth because they're shut pretty tight, and then just coated in lots and lots of salt. Okay. They're shut pretty tight, so you gotta bite it. Wow, I just got a mouthful of salt on that. If you can, you gotta like have a really razor sharp tooth.
I'll use another piece of one.
And it's juicy in there. Mmm. Oh, that is attractively good. It does have the consistency of an oyster. It's kind of slimy like an oyster, and it has a little bit more of a bitterness to it. I can see why these are so popular, such a popular snack. This time, let me do the Cambodian style opening method. It's a little tricky to open them with your teeth. I haven't gotten down the method of opening it with your teeth. They're shut really tight. I just completely failed opening these with my teeth. Okay, there we go. I got it open. Okay. So right on the side there, and then you just kind of wiggle it open. Wow. Those are tasty. This is a really popular Cambodian street food in Phnom Penh, and people just come here and you'll just see people, probably friends of the owner of the street food cart, but they'll just come in, they'll just grab a clam and walk around. Thank you very much. Good? It's really good. Goodbye. But yeah, it is hilarious. People will just walk up and they will just grab a couple clams and then keep on walking. She just grabbed the clam and then jumped in the tuk-tuk. We are walking outside of the Central Market now and onto the streets, and then a little bit away there is this grilled meat skewer. I think they're grilled beef skewer in baguette sandwiches that looks irresistible. So that's where we're walking to next. There are few things in the world that make me more excited than grilled meat on skewer. And in Phnom Penh, one of the classic afternoon snacks is a handful of grilled meat tucked into a Cambodian
này nó nướng chắc xong rồi nó bỏ vô trong ổ bánh mì luôn á.
They have a selection of different meat skewers. I'm not even sure, but I think it's liver. And then they have regular meat, but the main skewer that I'm most interested to try is the like kebab meat style, the minced meat. When they're grilling it, you can actually smell the lemongrass coming out of the fumes, out of that smoke from the grill. If you eat it here, they don't assemble anything. They just leave it all separate. They give you the meat on a plate, they give you the papaya salad, and they give you all the loaves of bread, which, by the way, they toasted on the fire, and you can see it absorbing the meat fumes. So that bread is going to have a meaty aroma to it, taste to it as well. Yeah, this is great. So we can assemble it all on our own. I'm going to get some help here. Okay. Oh, the meat skewer. Oh, let it pull off the meat. Okay, and also this one. Okay,
Yes.
double meat.
That's
yes.
awesome. Oh my
Put
god.
all that meat in there, and then salad. I think it's papaya salad. Oh yeah, stuff in the papaya salad. Yeah, this is some kind of a chili sauce. It looks like a sweet chili sauce. Oh yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay, Micah is joining us for this sandwich. This is just the type of bread that you can feel just collapsing in your fingers. It just sort of, yeah, it just completely collapses. Oh, okay, the minced meat is where it's at. Those are like little kebabs. And they are so fragrant with smoke and lemongrass. Oh man, that's good. And then what I like is that the bread is very light.
Yeah.
It's very, very crusty. It's the type of bread that when you chew down, you can almost like stab your gums because it's so sharp and crusty. We immediately have to order more of those lemongrass kebabs. Okay, next up, I think this is grilled liver. I'm not totally sure, but let's just try this. It's a little bit dried out. But it's good. It's creamy. But a little bit dry in my opinion. But I think those lemongrass skewers, which is their specialty, I think that is where it's at. That's what you have to order. Finished off that first sandwich, and we finished off the liver. Liver was good, okay, but we had to eat more of these kebab-like little minced meat packed on the minced meat
Cái này
packed
cũng
on.
thấy
They
ngon
actually
chứ.
look like little chopstick skewers. Oh, it's so fragrant. It's so juicy, a little bit oily, a little bit sweet and salty, and so lemongrass. You can really taste the lemongrass and garlic in there. Yeah, and you could just eat these like sauté.
Yes.
Okay, I decided to make one more order of the meat skewers. A couple more of the minced meat and a couple more of the whole meat pieces. We gotta have something to fill into these airy little loaves of crunchy bread. Last sandwich, and I think we can utilize the rest of this meat. Joel, 3 skewers. 3 skewers of meat. Oh yeah. Stick them all into here. Nestle it into that cracker baguette. And then, or sandwich it into that bread. And then stuff it with the green papaya on this side. Oh yes. Okay, finish this off. And then chili sauce. Chili sauce it. Grab that chili sauce. Oh, they have a whole chili. Yes. Yes, please. I'm gonna squish this down and then try to pull out the sticks one by one. Oh. When I did that, and then when I squished the meat, you could just see the oils and the juices just squeezing out of that kebab. Okay, one more. Oh wow, this one the meat is really clamped on there. Okay, one more. Oh, and you can just feel that. Oh wow, this is a beauty. It is just stuffed, jam-packed with meat and salad and chilies. It's such a well-balanced combination of ingredients. At first I thought we were coming here just to eat a little sandwich, but that ended up turning into a little bit of a meat fest because it was so good. We just wanted to eat more and more skewers. From here, we're gonna take a little rest this afternoon and then eat some more food this evening. Yes, there are definitely vegetables you can eat when you're in Phnom Penh. But to be honest, when you're walking around and eating spontaneously throughout the city, meat of some kind or another seems to be what really stands out. What's easily accessible on seemingly every street corner throughout Phnom Penh. When we set off in the morning, I had no plans for it to be one of those all-meat days. But by a streak of unplanned dining, somehow, that's what it turned into. The next Cambodian street food this afternoon is dried grilled buffalo meat. And There's just
thịt
a
trâu.
sea of meat right here that's drying on the table.
Thịt
After
trâu
the meat
nướng.
is dried, and then she grills it on it's a really, really low fire, so you can see it kind of dehydrates the meat. And then she actually has to hit it with it's like a bat against a wooden stump. So that might be some pretty tough meat right there. We didn't exactly know what we were doing, and we had a little bit of a miscommunication, but we ended up ordering half a kilo. And half a kilo of this meat is like, it's like the family pack, definitely. It could feed the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
He grabbed a giant pair of scissors, an ancient iron pair of scissors, and chopped up some of the beef into bite-sized pieces. They serve it with some pickles, and this is kind of just a hangout afternoon meat spot. Okay, it's definitely chewy, but that flavor's awesome. Oh, it's salty, it's peppery, it has this amazing meaty flavor to it, and yet it's not too gamey tasting. To accompany the dried buffalo, and he said it makes it more tasty. There's a plate of pickles, there's some, I think this is morning glory, that looks like finely shaved lemongrass,
yeah.
and then I think radish and carrots. Oh yeah. Oh, that's very finely shaved lemongrass. That was so good. We finished it off, and we need him to chop up some more. It's so addictively good, and it has that kind of texture to it. Yeah, where you just don't want to stop eating, for sure. Some more freshly chopped beef, and look at that cross section. That is just pure condensed meat, and I'm gonna eat it this time with some chilies on it. Just kind of scoop up some of those chilies. Oh. That meat is just so condensed, and it just releases flavor. My jaw is a little bit sore, and I got a little bit of dried buffalo stuck in my teeth, but that is some seriously tasty meat. There's just so much street food in Phnom Penh. It's a street food paradise for sure, and you can just walk from stall to stall. So many interesting foods, so many delicious things to try. This is a great food city. This is a serious meat joint right here. In the evening is when the huge Cambodian barbecue meat stalls emerge. A symphony of rotating meats, slow hissing from the coals, with a cloud of smoke pouring onto the streets. As a meat lover, this is where you want to be when you're in Phnom Penh. I have a soft spot in my heart for grilled meats and rotating meats. And this beautiful grilled meat stall here in Phnom Penh is something I could not walk past without ordering. And so we decided to order some grilled meat. What a stunning shop this is. I just got splashed with duck as he chopped that up expertly. This guy is a meat master. He's doing everything. He has a friend who's helping him pack everything, but he's literally doing everything. Grilling the meat, maintaining the fire, chopping up the meat. He is a grill master, to say the least. That is a meat cart that even the most dedicated person on a diet would stop for and would break their diet for. That meat is just impressive. They have no seats at the meat stall. Most people just get it for takeaway. But luckily, he has a friend right across the street, right across the intersection here, and she has a fruit smoothie cart. And so he asked if we could sit here, which is very, very kind, and she allowed us to sit here. And we ordered some Soursop Smoothies to begin with. Cheers, man. Oh, let's have some Soursop smoothie first before we dig into the meat. Well, that's just pure soursop, and I think she added coconut milk, but I asked her to put no sugar and no condensed milk. Oh, wow, that's good. Let's begin with the duck. Oh, it's so hot and fresh right off the grill, and that golden skin, it's stunning. It's stunning. Dude. that could definitely be a free-flying, free-range duck right there. It's a little bit on the chewy side, but it's so... The taste of it is really, really good. Very natural tasting. And it sort of has like a, almost like a honey glaze. Oh, yeah. That's Vietnamese coriander. It's so peppery. That goes well with the duck. All right, let's try the quail next. I'm gonna, oh yes, the whole thigh and drum. I think I'll go for the sauce on this one. Dip a little bit of sauce on this guy. Quail is superb. I think this is quail. Quail or pigeon? No, I think it's quail. It's just like the darkest meat of chicken and then like condensed. Oh wow, it's good.
I can crush right through the bones. That's amazing.
Some parts of it even taste a little livery. You can definitely tell this is not your average farm-raised duck right here. We have come to the end of this day. It's been a little bit of a meat-heavy street food day in Cambodia, and it has been fantastic. The food, the different variety of dishes we've eaten today, and the different meats that we've eaten has been incredibly delicious. Met a lot of friendly people as well. Phnom Penh is just such a fantastic street food lover city. I'm going to end the video for today right now. I want to say a big thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. And also, if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe now for lots more food and travel videos. Good night from Phnom Penh, and I will see you on the next video. Oh, that was a great meat day. Kept walking around the market. Finally, we stumbled into this rice and curry stall. They're serving all things rice and curry.
Bây
This is a
giờ
Cambodian
chúng
feast
ta
right here.
tiếp tục cũng theo chân anh mặc quen nha. Để
Hey everyone, it's
xem
Mark
ảnh
Means
ăn
in
cái
Phnom
gì
Penh, Cambodia. And today I'm going to take you on a local
có
street food tour of
Campuchia và
Cambodian
có phở
foods.
Việt Nam nữa.
And
Nó
starting
để
this
về đây
morning
coi
right
ăn cái gì
around
đây.
this area, which is right next to the Odusai Market, which is one of the biggest, one of the central markets, local markets for, actually you can buy anything here, but there is a lot of food to eat here, and this is just an amazing area to walk around, hanging out with my buddy Joel. GIệnh and Mike are here as well. And before we go into the market, I actually wanted to walk around the outside streets a little bit and see if we can find something to eat first to begin this day. One of the greatest ways to find the best food when you travel is to simply keep your eyes open for the busiest food stalls. On the outskirts of this market in Phnom Penh, there was nothing busier than a sidewalk pho stall, buzzing with happy morning eaters, and with a steamy aroma of simmering beef broth that would make anyone stop in their tracks and order
Hình
a
như
bowl.
là ảnh ăn
A
phở
handful
nè.
of rice noodles are blanched in boiling water. Slices of raw beef are added to the bowl. Then
Thấy
in goes
cái
a
bà này
handful of
giống Việt
chopped
Nam quá.
onions, some seasoning sauces
Đúng
and
rồi.
oils, and finally, a couple of ladles of extremely flavorful broth are added on top, lightly cooking the raw beef and completing your bowl of piping hot pho. There are few things better in the world than a piping hot, freshly cooked bowl of noodles in the morning, and especially not only the noodles, but sitting right in front of where they're preparing it, the chef's counter seating. Oh, I could do this every morning of my life. This is just one of the more pretty bowls of pho that I've had in a very long time. Look at that oily broth on top, the bubbles of oil, the slices of beef, the meatball, the fresh green onion, and then it's served with the classic vegetables, the herbs, the culantro on the side, the sawtooth herb, the bean sprouts and the sauce, and then just an assortment of chilies and limes. There's chili sauce, there's fresh chilies, there's lime. This is beautiful, and I just gotta taste the broth first.
Cái tô phở nhìn thấy là thấy quá trời ngon.
Oh, it's salty, a little bit of a sweetness to it. It has a little thickness to it as well from that boiled beef bones that are in there. That is delicious. But I am a seasoning kind of guy, so I'm gonna load up my noodles right now. A wedge of lime here. Squeeze this in. Some fresh lime always hits the spot. I really want to go in for both the chili sauce and the fresh chili. So this is like a chili oil. This This is like a dry chili oil. Oh yeah, that's gonna have some massive flavor. Oh, and I can smell the shallots in there too. A little bit more on there.
Anh ăn ớt thấy
Also,
mà
let me go in
lạnh
for some of those
lạnh
fresh
lùng luôn.
chilies as well. You can never have too many chilies in a bowl of pho. You're gonna feel a few fresh chilies. And you can also load up with the herbs, but let me taste it right now with that seasoning. Oh, and grab a green onion and a piece of beef. Oh. Oh, what a bowl of noodles. That is so good. The rice noodles are soft. The beef is tender, but it's very flavorful. I love that whole bottom stem of the green onion, and I'm just gonna toss in the herbs. The bean sprouts all go in. Sawtooth coriander. Toss this in. That herb has almost a cumin. Oh yeah, that's the herb. It has almost a cumin aroma to it. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna take that in a bite right now. It really tastes like cumin. That is delicious. All right, let's go in for some more noodles and there's some onions down there as well. Oh, that beef is so tender. What a beautiful bowl of noodles. This is just absolutely pretty. I'm just completely enjoying this bowl of noodles. It is superiorly delicious. And I'm down to the meatball. Oh wow. That is really packed in there. That's like a really condensed meatball. It's very, very bouncy. That was one of the better bowls of pho that I've ever had in my entire life. Everything was perfect. The noodles were done well, the ingredients, the beef, the amount of onions she added in, and then the extra kick of chili sauce and chilies that I added in.
Chưa tới 2 đồng.
This is an award-winning bowl of pho right here, right across the street from the market. And they have the audience and
Bà văn phở là
the
Việt
eaters and
Nam
the
rõ
clientele
ràng.
to prove how good it is. They're just packed all morning long. And if you come over here and take a look, you got to look at their master stock here. There are just giant bones in there that are just simmering away to create that incredible broth, which probably has some marrow that's like boiled out into it as well. What a superb way to start this morning. After that wonderful bowl of noodles, we're stepping into the main part of the market now. And this is a market where you can literally find everything. We just happened to enter right full of dried seafood and nuts. But you can find everything here from food to dried products to cosmetics to clothes to basically everything you can possibly think of that is in Cambodia is available within this market. And I know they also have an award-winning food court where you can get some amazing Cambodian food. So we're gonna definitely check out that and walk around the market for a while.
Anh đang dạo ở trong cái chợ.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. It was actually quite a challenge to stumble into the food court here. This market is so huge. You can just go down so many different alleys. There's so much to see and so much to shop for. Finally, we kept asking people where the food court is, and we just kind of went on a chase for food, and finally a very friendly man just actually walked us all the way here. Iced coffee? Oh yeah, this food court area, it could be the timing that we're here, but most of the stalls are serving different types of noodles, and there's some drink stalls, but it's kind of relaxed, but not all that much going on in the food court right now, so we just decided to stop for a cup of coffee and just kind of hang out and enjoy, but the market is really cool. Oh yeah, that's strong and black, and it's the type of coffee that has that chocolatey taste to it. It's refreshing.
Anh uống cà phê đá.
Rahok, okay. Rahok. And Thai Brahma. Oh, frog. Okay, frog. Okay. Frog and Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Kho bún tía.
Yes, please. Almost nothing in the world is more exciting than stumbling into a huge spread of prepared dishes and curries that you can pick and choose from. Typical Cambodian food is often cooked and displayed in buffet form, and it's up to you how much or how little you order. Within the mix of local dishes, you'll find a variety of herbal salads, grilled meats, stir-fried dishes, stews, soups, and curries. Even without knowing the specific names of dishes, you can easily point to the ones you want to try. They'll dish them onto plates and serve it all to you with a plate of rice. We walked around the market for a little while, and we did go to the food court, but I was really, my folks were on a rice and curry feast, and so we just kept walking around the market. Finally, we stumbled into this rice and curry stall. They're serving all things rice and curry. You just pick and choose the dishes you want. It looks superb. They're friendly here. And I think we may have gone a little overboard ordering, but I wanted to taste it all. And it's all fresh right now too, because it's right before lunch. It's about 11 a.m. The food is freshly cooked. The dishes are colorful and beautiful. And oh yeah, just as I'm sitting here, even after I ordered, they're already getting packed. People are ready to chow down. But this is delicious looking food. We ordered almost everything I could see. This is a Cambodian feast right here. I will start with this dish right here, and this is something that I've been wanting to try. It's called kachok, and I think it's a fermented fish sauce which is made into some kind of a paste. Mix that around. There's a chili in here as well. Oh wow. Oh, that's incredible. Oh, that does have the fermented fish taste to it. There's no denying that. But then it's loaded with lemongrass and like some type of herb as well. And then I'm not sure what exactly the creamy component is in there. It's almost like roasted mushy eggplant, but then with that pungent fish taste. That is incredibly good. And so much lemongrass in there as well. Just finely shaved up. I'm gonna ask them what the name of this dish is. Kaipama. Okay, it's called kaipama, and this is it almost looks like a casserole at the front there, and then they dish out a piece. It has a yellow covering on top. I think it's minced pork with egg. Oh yeah, that is like it tastes like meat and eggs in a casserole, and it's a little bit salty. There's not much of a spice flavor to it, but it's kind of like kind of tastes like meat and eggs. Okay, next up for this fish soup, and there's some fish in here. These are lotus stems. There's some basil in here. Oh, that's holy basil. So you get that peppery flavor. It's a light soup. It's like a very clean, light fish stock soup. And then I always love lotus stems. Lotus stems they have this wonderful crunch to them that's like an airy piece of celery. It's much lighter than celery, but it has that same kind of crispiness to it. Next up, this is a dish called romstan, or something like that, and it's a type of I think there's papaya, green papaya in the bottom there. There's some herbs, a lot of herbs chopped up. There's some carrots in there, and then I think there's slices of pork in there, and then a few chilies, and there's also peanuts. So wow, this is just full of just herbs, chopped up, rough cut herbs. Oh wow. Oh, there's some really, really bitter herbs in there. But then that's contrasted by the salty, it's actually mostly like almost briny dressing. The Thai name of that herb, I think it's sadao. It's a very, very bitter leaf. And that might be actually cucumber or green papaya. That's really good. But it is surprising because it's so bitter. And you do have to like the really, really bitter herb taste. But I really like that. That's delicious. Fantastic. Next up, this is a frog dish, stir-fried with long beans. This is a frog leg I just want to pick up with my fingers here.
Cái đó là con nhái.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Con ếch.
The lemongrass. Again, and actually you can see the fine shavings of lemongrass, which are just spread out through that entire dish. The frog meat is very nice. So far, this curry rice stall is award-winning. All the dishes are really good. The pak chok in
Anh
particular
còn
is
cái con cá
probably
nướng nữa.
the best thing that I've tasted on this table so far. But I gotta move in for the fish now. And this appears like it's a roasted grilled fish. Could be actually, is that a snakehead fish? Yeah, it's like a little snakehead fish from the head appearance. I will go in for a little bit of fish from the side here. Break into this guy and put this onto my rice. And the fish is eaten along with these pickled vegetables. This one over here is like a mango, looks like a mango relish, and then this one is a bean sprout with some kind of vegetable, maybe mustard green. But I really want to try that mango actually, so I'll go a little bit of mango over here. And while I'm at it, I wanna sprinkle my rice with a little extra ingredient. A whole plate of chopped up chilies is a welcome addition to a feast like this. Let me sprinkle this onto my rice and save a bit more for later. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. And now move in for the fish with those pickled vegetables.
Anh này ăn ớt là thầy chạy luôn.
It tastes almost like it looks. The fish is just roasted, and then the mango is like a sweet mango. It's a little bit sour, a little bit sweet. This is really, really good food, and this is just properly local, right within the market. Delicious flavors, friendly environment, and they have just a wonderful selection of different things that you can choose from. All three of us are just loving the meal here. This food is really, really superb, and we got such a variety of different dishes, so many different flavors and so many different complexities of herbs and mixtures. The fermented fish paste mixture with lots of lemongrass in it, that one is probably the highlight of our table so far. But I also really like this salad with the herbs and the green papaya. You have to really, really embrace the bitterness of that dish. It will hit your tongue with a fierce herbal bitterness that is actually quite medicinal in taste.
Ba người ăn sạch bách luôn.
We successfully accomplished that feast. Akon. Wow, that was good. And this is a very popular restaurant within the market. I can definitely say that was one of the best Cambodian full
Ăn một
feast
đống như
meals
có
that I've
12
ever
đâu
had.
à.
Wow, that was good. That prahok, that dish in
Rẻ quá trời
particular
quá đất.
was just outstanding. That was one of those meals that you feel like a sense of accomplishment. Whoa, that's a lot of shining lights. But you really feel like a sense of accomplishment, like you've done something, you've reached the finish line, you have done something, you've achieved something with that meal. Should we walk out of here?
Rồi bắp nướng nhà nó ăn không? Anh này anh thích anh ăn cái tào lao thiên đế lắm.
This one half? One and one? Okay, one and one. Right outside of the market, I saw a beautiful, colorful, cured fruit stand. I think these are candied, cured fruits. Got some of the little plums and then some of the little green fruit, which I'm not sure what it is, but then she piles it into a plastic bag, and when you order, she also adds in a bunch of like chili, sugar, and some salt maybe, but like quite a lot of sugariness on this, but it looks kind of like a good snacking fruit. Check out how the sugar and salt is almost just kind of melting onto the fruit. Let me try one of these little green guys first. Whoa. Make sure you don't poke your palm. Oh wow. That tastes like what could that be? Like a plum or like a green grape, but more crisp. And then it really is kind of sugary sweet, but salty at the same time, and it does taste like, due to the hot sun, it's just sort of melting. That sugar salt mixture is just sort of melting in the hot sun. Well, that one is a little chalky and juicy. and it really is sweet and salty, but that's really good actually. You could sit here, hang out on the streets of Phnom Penh and just snack on bags of this. It's got all the components of a successful
Cái
snack.
chanh nó
It's
giống trái
sour,
táo á.
it's salty, it's sweet, and it's juicy. That little bag of salty sweet fruit was the perfect way to end this food tour. Everything from that pho that we had for breakfast to that giant curry feast for lunch was truly superb. This is a really local Cambodian Phnom Penh market, and if you're looking for this place it's energetic, it's lively, there's so much going on, but at the same time it's quite manageable, it's friendly, it's fun to walk around. You'll find food both inside the market and outside the market on the side streets. There's a lot available. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. And if you're not already subscribed, please click subscribe now. I'm going to be sharing with you lots more food and travel videos. Goodbye from Phnom Penh. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.